we go. All right, friends, welcome back to the channel. And so I just want to give you an update of what's going on here at Dreher Collision Concepts. So I'm helping them finish it out so the customer can get the car back into his garage and he can be happy. So just to show you the progress, what we got going on. Maybe Andreas, our best camera guy here, might come on over real quick and grab the camera. All right, man, he's coming over. So I'm just gonna do the unveil here. So a project like this, I'm just gonna detach it for Andreas here. All right. And if you haven't already done so, be sure to subscribe to Dreher Collision Concepts and also to Chad Dreher's channel and of course Jake Lesada's channel. So check this out. So we're doing wet sanding right now, and overnight you want to protect the car from having any dust settle on it because this is a body shop environment. So there's always dust floating around. But let me show you what we got going on here. So the hood is not actually in position yet, so don't mind the gap. Alright, so like always, we want to label it so we can communicate to other technicians that might go on the job when I'm not here or someone else is on it. This is 320 dry DA. This is all wet 320. Over here, we progress from 320, 400, 600 grit. It's labeled. 400 wet, 600 wet. And you'll notice the fine line tape, some of the crown areas, because when you're doing a DA knockdown, you want to make sure you're protecting the crown so the crowns don't get buzzed down too low. And then you remove it, and then you do your hand block. Very important. You don't want to make the thing have less material on the creases, because otherwise it's going to be too thin and it's not going to be equal. So we got 600 and 400, 600 combination. Round to the back, you'll see how this is coming along. Now this, when it's primed, when Chad primed it, with primer you can get orange peel or texture, so you want to make sure you flatten that out before you start putting any other coatings, because this is going to be a very glossy finish. So you want to have every surface flat, flat, flat. And here we're protecting, so in case we're digging in here, we don't bang our head. Always watch for your hazards. All right, walk around some more. Now plastic is like about 35 cents to 40 cents a serving. So it's a lot economical to cover the car, protect it, than to leave it and get dust settled, then have to wipe it down and spend like 45 minutes cleaning the whole car. So always try to cover it, and your cover should not get grit. Very important that this gets put away. All right, so come on over on this side. Let's show you a couple of tools using here. All right, so get a dedicated wet sand tray because your sandpaper needs to get softened before you start using it. Otherwise, the edges, when you crease them over your pads, it's going to have a hard edge and you start cutting into the primer, and that's not good. So always protect your stuff from getting dirt and dust. And then there's a customized tray, all right? Custom tray to catch the water and the sanding runoff, because otherwise you spend more time cleaning the floor now. So we want to save, be efficient, catch the dirt and dust in here. These are some of the tools for wet sanding, and a bunch of other stuff is in the bucket, but every panel is going to have a specific sanding block that it's going to be better to use that block. So you start to learn about it during the primer phase and the body phase, the primer phase, and then also the wet sanding phase. And then when you get to the car's been painted and you're gonna start, knocking down the texture so it's a high gloss finish, at least you'll know which pad to use so you don't accidentally use the wrong pad and start cutting into certain parts of the coating. That would not be good. So you memorize everything on your way through the bodywork phase, the primer phase, the paint phase. Right? This brush here, this is a wet sanding brush, because you know when you wet sand, the sandpaper gets coated with slurry. So you just want to brush it off and you're good to go. Over here, you know, everyone likes to use a hand pump, right? That's a lot of using of your hands. You're going to be using your hands enough. I like to go with the pressurized, so I'm always doing that. And come on this side. And you want to protect your stuff overnight, right? Body shop environment. You keep your stuff covered because you want no dirt. And these are some of the pads using the soft sanders, very popular. Durablocks, very popular. And always, you know, sighting down the pad surface to make sure that pad is either perfectly flat or it's sort of concave. And these all have a specific purpose for every panel of the car. You know, reverse curves. You need some flexibility. It's not an absolute straight flat panel. There's a little bit of a curve, and you know, just different types of sanding blocks. Also, depending on the paper you're using, you know, I just put a 6 if it's 600 because it's hard to see the 600 grit. You know, small things like that, and of course, keep everything covered, right? Keep everything covered. So let's come back over here. And Dresh, hey, can you just do a quick pan around, man, the way you normally do it? All right, so that's just a quick short view of what's going on here, and now I gotta get to work. So thanks for watching, and remember, if you haven't hit the button yet, hit the subscribe for Jake Lesada channel and also Chad Dreher channel, because Chad is actually going to be the painter on this. I'm just here and helping bring it to paint, and all the guys are working together to, you know, make sure this thing gets home to the customer. And that's it. All right, have a good day, everyone. Thanks for watching.